I'm here today with Peter and Phil from Business Finance Services. Good to catch up with you both again.
And with you, Max.
So, Peter, how's business at the moment? I believe you've got some exciting news for potential borrowers.
We have indeed, yes. As you know, Business Finance Services has been going for some 20 years. And in that time, we've helped many small businesses to raise the finance they needed. We specialise in SMEs, but we can also look at startups, helping them with everything from invoice financing through to finding investors. However, one of the things that has happened over the years is that we have developed a relationship with a small family office who provide commercial loans, and in conjunction with them we've managed to raise finance for, again, quite a large number of companies. Their particular advantage is that, being a small independent unit, they can be very flexible in the terms that they will accept when setting up a loan, much more so than the traditional lenders. They're quite prepared to look at situations where, if necessary, to make the deal work, they will actually take a small equity investment if security isn't quite what it would normally need to be. This makes them much more flexible than your average run-of-the-mill lenders, which means that we can therefore forge loans for clients that other brokers wouldn't be able to touch.
I see. So, Phil, tell us more about the fund.
Yeah, I think the big news about the fund itself is that due to them having completed a number of large loans that have now been repaid, they have approached us and said that they are happy to give us exclusive rights to £1 million fund, which is excellent in the current climate. As you probably are aware, it's a lot more difficult these days to get loans from banks and, quite frankly, from your standard lenders. So with that in mind, if there are people out there that are struggling, shall we say, to get a particular loan over the line, and of course they still have to meet certain criteria, then what we found is that with the local office, they actually are quite flexible and are amenable that if there's a good business plan, the management structure is in place to handle this loan properly and manage the business properly, then they've are happy to be supportive of potentially loaning to any new business. I mean, examples of what they have loaned in the past is obviously things like building projects, cash flow, etc. And those sort of clients that we've had are literally, ironically, from IFAs who have actually, they've loaned £500,000 to companies that have got even a legal background with 100,000. But I think the most important thing to know is that really the flexibility is between sort of 50,000 up to £500,000 out of this £1 million pot.
How much business interest are you expecting, Peter?
Well, to be honest, we're expecting quite a lot, particularly with the market and the availability of finance being increasingly difficult for the SME business owner. We're rather expecting it to be high demand. What it's also worth mentioning is that this particular fund, they don't pay commissions to brokers, which means that their lending can be significantly cheaper than those who pay the brokers for introducing these particular deals. So from that point of view, we're expecting pretty high demand, and at this stage we're limited to £1 million, which means that first come, first served. So anybody who is frankly looking at raising finance for their business, which comes within these parameters, we would suggest that they contact us as soon as possible. Best thing to do is go to our website, which is all the W's, boofinserve.co.uk, and you'll get all our contact details on there.